So Justice, what's up, man? How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you, man?
Good, good. So gotta say, I watched the movie last week or so. I was surprised with how much I was laughing at it, dude. It genuinely got me. So, but first question for you is, can you just talk about what your reaction was to joining this project? And I know you kind of helped workshop some of the character developments of your part within the movie. So can you just talk about that for a second?
Yeah, I originally got attached to it at the Sundance Labs. Kobe invited me out. And I love the script. I knew the magical Negro trope because I took one semester of film lit in high school and I wrote an essay about it. Um, so I was like excited that Kobe used this film trope to talk about this like specific part of the Black experience.
Feel like I've seen some of my personal experiences through you. So can you just talk about when you were on set and actually getting to do this and film this? Was there any personal experiences that you brought as a black man just walking and acting some of these scenarios?
I didn't really need to because it was all in the script. Kobe and I have a very similar upbringing, and I mean we look exactly alike. So, I
You
feel
said it, not me, Chief.
yeah. So I feel like he understood kind of yeah, we just had an under shorthand. We had an understanding. Um, I think it was a really fun character to play because uh I understood him on a deeper level. I understood that compromise that you have to make in order to survive certain environments. And I felt like I could really lend myself to it in a way that was meaningful.
Absolutely. And just besides you, we got an incredible cast. So can you just talk about what it was like working off of them, especially David Rear and getting to share into some intense scenes with him as well and just working with them across the board.
Yeah, David is dope. He's just as funny off camera as he is on camera. He would make fun of me every day. He'd roast the fuck out of me. He would say that I sound like a hipster with a mouthful of marbles, which is really accurate and funny. But he also surprisingly has a really big heart. You know, he would send me like gospel music. We'd bond over gospel music, um he's caring. You know, like he's deeply caring, which you always want in a co-star. Um, yeah.
Absolutely. And just piggybacking back to Kobe, this was his directorial debut. So can you just talk about what it was like working with him and his experience? What was his experience like working with him on set and just how he handled himself and handled the set as a whole?
He is one of the best directors, if not the best directors I've ever worked with. Not just
Wow.
because he was a collaborator, not just because I never really worked with a director who looks like me before, which was its own cathartic experience, but because he was well organized. The set was the smoothest set I'd ever been on. He listened to all of these different artists, from actors to department heads, and valued what they had to bring. And even though he had a clear vision, he was flexible. He wanted to know people's opinions, and it's all because he's a good person. You know, being a good director is it's a social game. You know, on top of being a visionary, you have to just be good with people, and Kobe's incredibly good with people. Um, yeah, I would work with him again in a heartbeat.
Amazing. Well, I'm getting a wrap up sign. I just want to say it's been dope seeing your career grow. Been with you since the get down, so I'm
Hey,
excited to see what you do next, man. And I thought it was funny too. Is like the previous role before this, you were actually a magical Negro in
yeah.
Dungeons and Dragons to go to this. So I was like that's pretty funny. So
Yeah.
I thought that was cool. But I'm excited to see what you do next, man. You know, we'll be supporting you.
Appreciate you, man.